Namaste, welcome to my channel. Today we have a guest who is a nutritionist and a very young entrepreneur, and he's hosted a number of events as a Zumba trainer as well. So let's welcome without any further delay. So Mr. Mohan Garu, Namaste.
Thank you so much.
This is the first time on my channel, so we want to know more about fitness today. This podcast is based on fitness. So let's discuss starting with your specialty as a Zumba trainer and how you started your journey as a Zumba trainer and a nutritionist, how you then transfer to a nutritionist. Please share.
Okay, firstly, when I started my career as a software engineer, so wherein I started working into MNCs, basically multinational companies, over the period of time, 5 to 6 years, then I started looking out for some fitness formats where I can keep myself fit. So that's where I have come across Zumba, because that is one thing that suited me, because being a dancer, so that is the only thing that suited me well. So I have chosen Zumba as a profession initially. Then I started exploring other variety of workouts. So because right, you have this curiosity in your mind that pull you through, everything down the line. So like during the journey as a Zumba instructor, I have come across yoga. So I felt okay, it is a traditional form of workout, so why not try it out? So I have tried it, I loved it, and I got myself certified in yoga. And also I have tried the nutrition side, because the nutrition is very important when you are a fitness trainer, right? Because most of the fitness trainers do not have a diet knowledge. It is very important, being a Zumba instructor, being a yoga instructor, you spend a lot of calories. Like you ask me how much I spend in a day, I spend close to 1000 to 2000 calories, depending on the number of classes we usually take. So to consume that much of food, you cannot simply have that much of food, right? So basically, so we have adopted a diet plan. Then I realized how important food is. Then I've come across the nutrition certification, and I did it, and now I'm giving consultations on nutrition as well to our clients.
So, who are the clients you work for? Like any renowned clients, or do you give corporate trainings as well? Just a few details about your bio as well, so that our viewers
Yes.
understand you in a better way. So, how is it? You have a studio for yourself, or do you do online classes
Yeah.
and other stuff? Whatever you are doing, just in a short brief, like.
Yeah. I started as an individual, like I mentioned earlier. So then I've seen the opportunity, and so there are many ways that I can help my fellow instructors. It's not that I alone, get benefit out of it. So right then I started my own company. The firm name is VSM Entertainments, wherein we are started providing fitness or wellness services pan India. So you ask me, we have worked close to 150 to 200 corporates till date. So I mean, like it's like multiple sessions for the same company. The common business, you can say, like multiple sessions we keep providing to them, half yearly basis, on yearly basis, specific days in a year, like yoga day, or you can say freedom August 15th, January 26th. So specific days, December 25th, or you can say women's day, men's day, so related to cycle. It's not, we are not only stick to Zumba or yoga, so we have actually opened ourselves to welcome a lot of benefits that gives, right? Example, you say you take a psychologist, right? The mental fitness is also very important. So we invited psychologists into our team, we invited physiotherapists into our team. So now we are a very huge team of 5,000 plus professionals across India right now. That's where we are standing currently. So that's how our journey started and how we are doing right now.
It's very good to know, like having 5,000 plus trainers under you. So, coming to fitness point of view, every person needs fitness nowadays because we are into more lethargic lifestyle. We don't follow timings properly. We don't wake up early. We sleep late at night. We enjoy midnight biryanis. So, everything is something which is very much unhealthy. So, to make everyone follow the path of health and fitness thing, I just want to ask few questions in this podcast.
Right.
So, how is the fitness requirement? Like, how can one choose between yoga, Zumba, aerobics, and gym and other different fitness modules? What we have, calisthenics is one thing which is going on
Yes.
nowadays. The body weight thing. So, what is that which differentiates each of this thing, and why Zumba or why yoga? What should be the perception of the person who is opting for certain kind of fitness?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, coming to the fitness formats, since I'm a Zumba instructor, I will definitely comment or I'll suggest you to do dancing. Okay. In the whole world, every happy moment in life is celebrated through dancing, right? You take a wedding, we dance, right? You take a corporate company's event, we dance, right? You take a party, like towards or any event, you take it, so you DJ or anything, we dance. Community event, we dance, right? So dancing is the celebration of happiness. Simple. So I would say everyone should know how to dance. If you do not know dancing, that means you have something lacking in the life, right? We had COVID, right? We had COVID recently. That's like been 3 4 years. During COVID time, the people who learned, who has a knowledge on dancing, they survived at home doing dancing as a fitness, because you can do dance anywhere. You just play the TV and you start dancing, right? It's not that you take a weight and you start doing dumbbells at home. It doesn't work. So 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, it's fine. After a week, you lose your motivation. So it requires a specific. See, a gym always requires a specific environment, right? So that's where we have gyms, physical gyms available. So that's where you get the motivation. Looking at others, I should be more consistent, more consistent and more perform, right? So that's where we choose between gym and dancing. If you ask me the other terms, other perspective of fitness formats, I would say mixed fitness formats will always work. Like I would say, dancing is full of cardio and your strength as well. Your strength will also build and cardio will also build. So strength and cardio will build only if you choose the right trainer. Okay, if you don't choose the right trainer, you will be dancing, because every trainer will make you dance, right? The second point is strengthening. Only few trainers know how a particular move you're doing will build strength in which muscle of the body. Not everyone knows that. So that is one thing. You finding a right trainer is very important. And secondly, if you talk about the other fitness, right? I told you, in a week you can choose 3 days cardio, like dancing. You choose 3 days. Other 2 days you go with yoga, right? You're done with 5 days. See, other 2 days you go for cycling one day, you go for walking one day, walking specifically with your family. Go talk. It's because it's very important. Nowadays we are stick to the laptop, stick to the mobiles, right? It is very important to talk to your family first. Okay.
Talking to the family is also given into the fitness, so it's more of
Exactly.
a wellness kind of
It's
thing what you are
happiness, right?
talking.
Sharing between your, because they are the only ones who will support you at any point of time, where even you are underground. Okay. They are the only ones who can pull you up, right? You go as low as possible. Though wherever you go, they are the only ones who will give their hand to help you. Trust me.
So it's good to know that we need to
Exactly.
have a mix of all these things. So coming to the next question, people are worried about joint pains nowadays. Whenever they consult a orthopedician or a nutrition, many people are lacking vitamin D because of our working environments as well. Because we don't stay in the outdoors much, we are much binded into the
Communities.
communities and indoor living. Everything is digital, online, everything is virtual. So now people are worried about their bone strength. So when coming to bone strength, is Zumba a good one where the bone recovery happens, or is it only through yoga one can achieve a certain kind of fitness when they are running through some bone deficiencies or anything related to the bone health overall? So, what is your opinion in that?
Okay, coming to the bone density, when is your bone density improves is when you start doing any work. You start doing any work, your bone density will gradually increase. But if you do the work in a wrong way, not an inefficient way, you can say, like, so there is a condition wherein when you while you squat, your knee should not cross your toes, right? There are few conditions, when while you lift anything or do anything, if you follow those, it's called center of gravity, right? You follow the rules of center of gravity, so that's where you will avoid any injuries, basically. That is first thing. So avoiding those injuries, you do work, your bone density will gradually increase. Second thing, what happens is you need to have proper protein intake, right? Protein intake, what happens is the muscles, while you work, there will be wear and tear in your muscles, right? The wear and tear in your muscles will actually be contained, or it will be repaired through the proteins. It is the common knowledge to everyone. Whoever is watching this video, they also know it. It's very common knowledge. You take protein, it will build muscle or it will repair muscle, right? So that is one thing. So because you can't say just bone, right? The muscle is attached to the bone, obviously, so muscle has to be strengthened, so that the bones will also be strong.
Now coming to the protein part, in the previous question you might have missed out. I'll repeat the question for you. Like, people suffering from this vitamin D deficiency, is it okay to go with Zumba training if they want to start off as on today, or they need to practice yoga for a certain period of time so that they gradually can catch up with Zumba training, because the intensity might be very high for them?
Yeah, rightly asked. Zumba, you can start anytime you want, until unless you have a knee replacement or you have an arthritis. That's where I suggest you consult your doctor once and then show up at the class. Okay, dancing anyone can do, if you ask me, right? Specifically for the special conditions, like I mentioned, arthritis or anything that is related to the physical fitness. If you have something pre medical issues before joining the class, so you need to consult a doctor before you start doing it, because some condition does require that you're not supposed to do cardio is not supposed to do, and means which you cannot jump, which means you can only sit and do the workouts. A few physiotherapy moves that you can do it at your home. That's it. Other than that, I would say anyone can dance. Anyone can dance. That is the only.
So coming to protein again, so what is the right amount of protein to be consumed? And then there are several questions. I'll just put it up at one place, because I feel I met few of my friends who are
Yes.
suffering from kidney stones because of excessive protein
Yes.
supplements, and then few of them have issues with uric acid, and when they go to the doctor says first cut off the meat intake in your diet to finish off your uric acid. Yeah, uric acid problem. So there are several problems, and we have read something causes cancer, even protein powder causes cancer. So I just want to have your opinion on these 3 to 4 major things about the protein supplement in the market. So please tell me.
Okay, protein supplements. Yeah. See, there are two things. Okay, one is a sedentary lifestyle. One is active lifestyle. If we take a sedentary lifestyle, uh, so as per some studies, okay, the American studies or the ISSN, these are the famous groups who does these studies everywhere. Okay, so when I look at the reports here, right? A person who is having a sedentary lifestyle should have at least zero point 0.8. Okay, his weight into 0.8, 0.6 to 0.8 grams of protein. So example, someone is 100 kgs, 100 into zero point 0.8, which means like close to 80, which means it comes around 60 to 80 grams of protein for the person who is sedentary. If you are active, so when someone who is active, you can take around 1.2 to 1.6, depending on male or female, you can say. Okay, because male differs and the female differs, obviously, right? So if it is a male, it is considered as 1.2 to 1.6 on an average. Let's keep it at 1.5. Someone who is at a 100 kgs, you can say 100 into 1.5, which is 150 grams of protein you should take per day.
Who is having a active lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah. How much of protein is this you're consuming from the whole foods? Whole foods is something you eat every day. Simple. So these are all whole foods. Example. Whatever you cook at home, whole foods are something that you get it at home. And how much of protein you are getting through each food, that you must know, have a general knowledge on it. You must have a general knowledge towards it. If you take chicken, chicken gives you around somewhere around 25 to 30 35 grams per serving of one breast. You can say one breast, you can say like 3 O's, you can say like 30 to 25 to 35 anything. Like you need 150. So with some part of chicken you covered 35. 2 eggs will give you again 10 grams of protein, 45. And some dal and some whatever snacks you had, again you got another 20 to 30 grams of protein through it. So which consumes how much? Like if you calculate, it is 65 grams. So what about the rest of the 75 grams or 85 grams? So this is where the supplements are coming into picture. So now what is happening is, so best thing is I would suggest everyone to lower your weight. The more you weigh, the more protein you should take, the more supplements you need to take. Pretty simple.
So reducing the weight is also important, and to keep that BPM index, or what you say.
Exactly. So you are 100, then you are in very dangerous situation, boss. Your heart condition is not normal like anybody else. It doesn't work that way. So you have to reduce your weight. Otherwise, the fats someday or the other, it will block the arteries. It is simple, because you have excessive fat in the body. So it's some other day. You see, no one knows when the fat enters the bloodstream. When the fat enters the bloodstream, that's where you have arteries issues, heart attacks, cardiac arrest, everything. So protein intake, like I mentioned, if you are lesser in weight, 70, 75. Example, 70 you take, you just need 100 grams of protein. Like I mentioned, 65 grams of protein is already done. You go take 1 scoop of supplement. If you want to do it, you take 1 scoop of supplement, that is done. But if you can take natural protein, that is well and good. The reason behind, along with that natural whole food, you have other nutrients, additional nutrients that are required for your body. If you take only supplement, that supplement will only have protein. There won't be any other thing. Any other nutrients will be there. No additional nutrients. And the absorption will also be little lesser when compared to the whole foods, because some proteins have lot of polluted chemicals. You can say some chemicals will be added towards it. So that will also hinder your digestion again.
Okay. So I have basically two questions. One is about uric acid. When people are suffering from uric acid, normally the doctor suggests to stop red meat first. And if the condition doesn't improve, he says stop chicken, stop fish, stop everything. And then they give fish oil tablets. So I want to know, as a nutritionist, I'm just interested to know about this funda. Why stop eating fish, and then why again feeding your body with a fish oil tablets is one question.
No, there is a reason, because see, the people who are suffering with uric acid, right? They also have issues when you eat meat, right? It also digests. It has other than required amounts of what is required to the body, there are other things that are there which is not easy to digest. The fish takes usually 72 hours to digest. If you take like anyone, like take like 48 to 72 hours for fish. If you take chicken, it takes 24 hours minimum to digest. You eat chicken in the morning, you'll feel still heavy in the evening, right? That is there. So what happens is, there are some components, and I'm not naming out the components right now. There are some components in the fish or meat we take, right? In the meat, you can say, you don't have to say separately, this is fish or this is chicken. Let's say meat. In the meat you take, it will usually have some chemicals which will react in the body, which will cause uric acid, basically. So why this happens is indigestion issues. Okay. But if you take a fish oil tablet, you don't have to digest anything. It directly gets into the body, it gets into the cell, and it moves to the required body part to deliver the required omega, whatever, right? Omega, like fish. Fish maximum it's omega. Okay, people say it's maximum omega. It's protein rich. It's omega rich. Okay, that is the reason they doctors suggest fish oil tablets, not fish. Okay.
Okay. So now another controversial question I want to touch base on. It would be a very controversial thing. Many people now who are promoting the vegan diet or vegan lifestyle, they say like cows eat grass, still their bones are healthy. Sheep eat grass, they are healthy. Chicken eats some kind of grains, but it's still healthy. So we are taking basically the meat what we are consuming, be it any meat, any kind of meat. They are mostly vegan animals. So what is your opinion on this vegan industry who are supporting vegan? I too support vegan. I am not against vegan, but at some point of time I want to get a clarification from a nutritionist like you, like how is this happening, because they eat grass and they get stronger bones than us, because we had seen the mutton bones are much stronger than us. So how does this happen in those things, and can't we really follow the vegan diet and get strong or get better?
Okay. The question is the vegan diet, right? I would say it's absolute nonsense. Okay. See, there is people. Where were these vegan people till 2022 or 23? Have you seen people doing vegan diets 2022 or 23? No. You haven't seen people in 2020. You don't know what is vegan diet, right? So suddenly something has started. It's a revolution. It's always it's a revolution. Like we follow the trend. Okay, I would say it's a trend. That's it. I won't suggest, okay, eat this, eat that. Very simple. Our body, everyone's body is having a different composition. Okay, animals are different, humans are different. That's why we are humans. That's why they are not. They are animals. They don't think too much. Animals don't think too much. They just eat, go around, come back, sit, sleep. Again, eat, go around, come back, sit, and sleep. They won't do what we are doing. Simple, right? We are the ones who do ultra thinking. Ultra thinking sitting at home. Okay. See, like the question you asked, right? Cow eat grass, that eat grass. You take tiger, you take lion. What does the tiger and lion eat? Grass. They eat chicken. They are healthy. They are stronger. Right? They are. Why is lion called king of the jungle? Right? It doesn't matter what you eat. From the Puranas, from the Vedas, if you see in Puranas, example, if you take Mahabharata, Ramayana, okay, all those kings are Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas eat meat. It does eat meat, right? You want to eat meat, eat meat. You don't want to eat meat, don't eat meat. Don't go out and say, I don't eat meat. You guys don't eat meat. That doesn't work like that. It's everyone's perception. You want to eat meat, eat meat. Just that, do not criticize others that who is eating meat. Why are it? Because see, I am a yoga instructor. People say yoga instructors has to be sattvic. Sattvic. People say it has to be sattvic. It's nowhere it's written. Say you have to be sattvic. I eat chicken. I eat fish. I eat almost I eat selective meat. I don't eat everything. There is selective meat which I take, like chicken and fish, maxed. That's it. So it is your personal perspective whether to eat or not. So vegan people, I see vegan people hating others because they are killing animals and eating it. And yeah, there is a food structure. You are also part of the food structure, right? There's a if you see in your 6th standard or 7th standard, if you see there is a structure, the food structure in circle, right? Something eats something and something else eats something else. Something else eats something else. Okay, if you don't eat, what happens is the population of those particular things will increase, will go beyond humans, right? Then we will be the species who will be in extinction, not them, right? So that way, I would say that is a nonsense. People say that you follow vegan only, don't follow what do you say that meat, don't follow vegetarian, don't follow non-vegetarian. You can't be following the trend. and tell others to follow the trend. You can follow. It's up to you.
So another controversial question is people are asking nowadays. Many of the doctors suggest don't take staircase, and many of the software employees says we go for a stroll, climbing up the stairs and climbing down the stairs. So now, what is your reply to this staircase issue in the market? Do one need to take staircase, or no one should take the staircase?
When we get deep into this question, I hear from everyone that in the early 1800s or 1900s, people usually don't get knee pains and all. So this is very true. So at 1800s, 1900s, the issues with the knees are very less. Reason behind, we don't have such hard floors what we have at home right now. They usually have a floor which is made with the cow dung. If you know cow dung or something, they'll add it and they will make a floor out of it. Okay, it's very smooth. It's very smooth. I used to go to my grandma's house where we had such kind of houses in the village. Okay, so that is one thing. The secondary, why doctors say do not climb stairs is when you climb stairs, there is a lot of movement in your knees. Right, knee is a joint. So what is happening nowadays in software industry? Most of the people are not actually getting up from work. They are not getting up from the desk actually. So what is happening is the movement in your joint is already reduced, which means there is a fluid that, see, everywhere there's a joint, you need to apply a fluid, right? What happens, there's a door, there's a hinge in the door, you don't apply oil to it. What happens down the line, 1 to 2 years, what happens? It gets rusted. You open, it opens like this, right? Same thing happens. You don't apply, you don't move your joints, the sound comes when you walk, right? So down then what happens is there is no fluid, that is lubrication is not happening properly. So what happens is down there it turns into arthritis. So your bone gets weak. When your bone gets weak, you start climbing stairs, you're putting more pressure where? On the knees, where the joint is, which is already weak. When your bone is weak and you start climbing the stairs, what will happen is you get more sick. So this is the main reason why doctors say do not climb the stairs.
So, is it for any particular age group that one should avoid stairs, or is it commonly for?
It is commonly for everyone. Okay, I take a personal session to a kid. His age is 11 years. How much? What is it? What is it? 11 years. 11 years he is pre-diabetic. 15 years I have seen a kid in Hyderabad getting heart attack, cardiac arrest. He died. Yeah, it's very bad. See, 15 years. What is 15 years? He hasn't seen the life at all. Right? And what is 11 years pre-diabetic? And if you see nowadays, 3 years, 4 years, kids are getting eyesight.
They are watching continuously the phone. No phone, no food.
No phone, no food. You play me Coco Melon, then I'll eat food.
Yes.
Right? So this is happening. So I would suggest this is to be applicable to everyone, because the food we are eating is adulterated anyhow. So when you're eating adulterated food, proper nutrition is not coming.
Yes. And one more social media trending thing is creatine. I want to know about this creatine, Mohan. Like people are crazy about creatine. One person who joins the gym, they start taking creatine. Everyone talks about this creatine. What is creatine? Why creatine is so much hyped off?
Again, I told you, I don't want to talk much about this. Okay. Again, I'm telling you, eat your whole food first. Eat your whole food. Your whole food has everything in it. See, this creatine was not there in 2000 or 1990s. We are 1990 kids, right? Yes. This creatine was not there. I remember this creatine was never there. Right? It was never there. So why do you need now? My question is, when it is not there, why do you? See, it's the industry. It's the industry. That's where people say that you don't eat this, you get this. Okay. You get scared. You started buying it, you started consuming it without having any knowledge what it will do to your body. There is, if you ask me one thing, there is no regulation in the supplement industry. There is no regulation. There is no regulation. Proper regulations, we do not have a proper regulations in the supplement industry. Do you know how safe is the product which you are consuming? How safe is to your body? No one knows. You ask me why, yeah, you ask me whey powder, right? I take whey. Do you know how what is in that box of whey? Have you seen the label? Have you seen the ingredients? Just because the company label is there, because nowadays labels are also getting duplicated,
Yes.
right? You do not know.
Supplements are sold in the medical shops because pharmacies are not allowed to sell these things. Now it becomes more speculation, like are we taking the right product? Is it the right kind of brand what we are searching for? Is it the correct product? There might be QR codes, there might be scanners, everything, but even still the market is hit by a lot of stuff which is dirty and which is not from a authorized company or a well-known company, and they are doing it, they are adulterating it, and they are selling it with different kinds of stick.
Different labels,
Yeah,
basically different
different
labels.
labels.
You see, cars engines are same, but companies are different. Only the body, the outer body changes. That's it. The company change, outer body change, right? The same thing happens here also. Powder can be same. It's just that outer coverage is different.
So now the generation is more about looks and toning of the body. So they want the muscles to be toned in a particular way. Is Zumba, if one starts practicing Zumba again, do the body get stoned, and does it take off the fat from the right places and build the fat and muscle at the right places? Is it happening in Zumba, or Zumba is only to stay agile and fit? Basically.
Yeah. So many people do not know this. Zumba has a format which has Zumba toning. Okay, so we also have something called Zumba toning. This is for those people who wants to enjoy dancing and also tone their body. Right? It is not that only people who does gymming gets the muscles, right? You see people who work in the farms, they do have very good physique. They do have very good physique. That's a natural. In gyms, if you go, people even take steroids to get the body. I don't understand what is the point. See, you look at the filmy actors. See, that is their bread and butter. Say they do six pack because that's their bread and butter. You earn money, you earn fame. Have you seen them showing off muscles outside in the media? No, no one does it. So Salman Khan does not do it, or Shah Rukh Khan does not do it. Have you seen them? They come proper, fully, fully functional dress from top to bottom. You can't see an inch. You can't see an inch. Have you seen Allu Arjun carrying it? Yeah, you know, if you know Pushpa, Allu Arjun was once having a six pack. Now he doesn't have it. He himself told it is very difficult to carry it forward. So what happened? Allu Arjun had a six pack for a movie. He took it. He took the remuneration. He came out of it. He went back into his normal diet. Okay. So do not. My suggestion to the youngsters or whoever it is, until and unless if that is going to be your bread and butter, or you have some motivation to do it. Like example, not only bread and butter. Some people does it for passion to attend some shows, like Mister, Mrs. Whatever, right? Whatever the the championship that happens, or if you are a gym trainer, if you want to become a gym trainer, you should have a good physique. I cannot say that I have a big belly and I cannot go say I have certification, I want to join the gym. No, they won't take you, because gym trainer responsibility and requirement itself is like you should have a physique. Like those six pack that is secondary, 6 or 12. They will ask you, you should look fit first so that you can teach others. Very simple.
And coming to gym trainers again specifically, how important is it to have a nutritionist other than a trainer? Because I see many concerns with this gym trainers where they suggest certain kind of diet, and people run into variety of problems, or variety of health issues, because those bodies are not designed to take a diet which is suggested by the particular trainer. I'm talking generally, I'm not pointing at out anyone. So how important is a nutritionist in today's life when people are hitting the gym and getting a trainer, fitness trainer into their life? So how do you see that? Like, is a nutritionist very much important, or is it like we can do a probability test on our body, what is fitting in our body, what is good in our body, and then one can start testing those things, and once the result are over, they can do their own diet plan, or is it necessary to have a nutritionist?
Okay, nutritionist, I would say there are few people who would require nutritionist is the people who wants to maintain the physics. Specifically, the if you are in the movie industry, you should always be focused on your physique. One, anyone who is active in front of a camera, they should look fit. So what happens is that that doesn't look very appealing to the audience. See, the thing is when you are representing, right, people expect you to be dynamic, right? When you yourself is not fit and people don't take the dynamic. You see, CEOs, you take CEOs of any company, have you cannot point like example you take Satya Nadella, or you take Sundar Pichai, or you take Amazon's CEO Bezos. Have you seen them? Have you seen them? They are CEOs of such a big companies and they never miss their workouts. I have seen Jeff Bezos' interview. He himself said he walk 18, 20 floors every day. He walked to his office. He walked to office. Walking to the office, he is fit, he can walk. There's no problem in it. He is fit, he can walk. Right? So I have seen people complaining that, sir, I'm not getting time to come to the classes. That's, I would say, utter waste. If you can't manage your 1 hour time, it's not that you're working out 720 hours in a day, in a month. There are 720 hours in a month if you take. Out of 20 hours, your sleep will go like 30% goes into sleep. Right? Take out the 250 hours and rest 500 hours, you're active. In the 500 hours, you are only working out for 12 to how many? 20 hours. If you're doing 5 days a week, 20, 3 days a week, 12. 12 to 20 hours workout for 12 to 20 hours of workout, you're complaining that I'm not getting time. That's nonsense, I would say. So you have to maintain a physique. And how important the nutrition is. You are into sedentary lifestyle, you want to get into active lifestyle. If you're sedentary from last 5 years, you want to get into active lifestyle, you need a nutritionist. You cannot do it on your own. If you're active person from the start of your life, you don't need a nutritionist because you know how to carry yourself already. So that point of time you don't need. So who needs is the person who is into the sedentary lifestyle and wants to move into the active lifestyle. They need help, proper trainer, proper nutrition.
So we can touch a lot of topics on the fitness segment again. And for this episode, I think the timeline is very much going way more bigger than what we thought initially. Yeah, yeah. So we will have another episode with you because it's very interesting to know your opinion on the controversial topics like having staircase and then protein consumption and other things what we discussed in the video. So we will again meet for sure for our second episode. Until then, very much thank you, Mohan. It's great
Thank you
having
so
you.
much. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you, Abhishek.